Okay, so we're going to take this toward a lopsided crow today, which means it's going to be a whole lot of work on the upper body, working through the shoulders, the chest, the upper back, the weird muscles around your shoulder blades in particular, so be ready for that. I only have one demonstration, and that's the lopsided crow itself, which is what we're taking this towards. So once we get into the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat, and the way we're going to do this here, as usual, I'm going to break this up a little bit. So I'm going to cue this into a regular crow first. We'll hold that for a couple breaths, and then bring everything down and come into a separate setup for the lopsided crow. Have I been saying lopsided? I hope I am. Lopsided crow is where we're taking this toward. I will give one demonstration very quickly here to show you how to link the two poses, dropping an elbow down. I'll just show that once, and if you're stable with the two poses, give it a try. If you roll off to the side, it's no big deal. It takes a while to get the coordination to actually land this from one pose to the next, but just work things as best you can and see how far you're ready to go with things here. So, coming into your crow, you're going to come into it from a forward fold as usual, both hands down, grip the floor, lift the heels, and bring the knees to touch your arms. Now, keep your hips up high and look forward, lean, lift the feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels up. And again, we're just going to hold this for a breath or two, and then you'll bring the feet down, come into all fours. Now, we're going to come into the lopsided crow from a lopsided dolphin. So you're going to bring one forearm down to the floor. My right forearm's down. I'm going to keep the elbow to the side, bring the hand into center, so that forearm's diagonal, and slide the left hand back so the elbow stacks above the wrist. So with the lifted elbow side, you're probably going to slide the hand further back than you think you need because you want to get that forearm toward vertical. Keep that arm stable with the elbow pulled in. Most of your weight's on the forearm that's on the floor. But look down, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees and get your hips up high. See about walking your feet further in. The more vertical your torso is, the more stable the shape is, and even though it gets a little bit scary, it's actually easier to hold. Now, as you're looking down, you're going to bring the knee that's closest to that upper arm onto the arm. So my left knee's going to my left arm. See that your leg is active. Fold it complete. You don't want to just let the foot hang. Pull your weight in. It'll make it easier to hold the shape. And then use your thighs. So squeeze the legs together, tense up so you can feel the legs touch, and then see about lifting that second foot. This is your lopsided crow. Work as best you can. Try to keep everything pulled in and keep your hips high. And then you'll just step out of that and move through the vinyasa from there. So just work things however you like from that point. It is possible to jump from that. Takes a little bit of finesse to actually get around to go into a chaturanga from there. But if you want to link the two poses here, you can start out from your crow. And from here, again, I'm just going to put my knees in my arms, keep my hips high, my head low, and keep my feet together. And I'm going to bring my left elbow down, which means I'm going to shift all my weight over to the right. So I'm going to lift the left knee, squeeze the left leg into the right. Keep the legs together, keep your feet pulled in, and then look down, grip as hard as you can, and as slowly as possible, pivot to the side. You want to drop that elbow down lightly. Ugh. And that last couple inches is a real hassle to control. All right, so what'll usually happen if you go too fast is you kind of roll off to the side. It's no big deal. I've done that dozens of times without any sort of injury. But just feel things out and see how far you want to go here. If you tumble a little bit, that's fine. Takes a bit of coordination to get that landing. So work it as best you can. You can separate this out or try to link the poses, but just feel things out and see what you're ready for. So to get this started, go ahead, bring yourself into hands and knees. And we're going to stretch out the soles of the feet here to begin. Now bring your knees together, feet together as well. Tuck the toes of both feet. And make sure all 10 toes are tucked. So if the pinky toes aren't going to comply, just go ahead and reach back and get them in line. And then just round your spine, keep your hands down, keep your toes gripping the floor. And just go back and forth. Pull the knees in toward your chest. And then bring them back down. And keep going back and forth, just stretching out the soles of your feet a bit here. And then the next time you bring the knees down, just keep them down. Now, walk the hands in, bring yourself upright sitting on your heels. Work with this as best you can and keep your toes active, digging down into the floor. And I know this is a lot if the soles of your feet are tight, but just breathe into it for a moment here. And if you had about enough of that, you can go ahead and release your feet if you like and just sit with your feet flat underneath you or take a cross-legged seat. But if you can hold on to this for a minute or two, this is where we'll start. Now, whatever seat you end up taking here, just sit up tall, release your shoulders down, set your hands on your lap with your palms open toward the ceiling. Draw your chin just a little bit. And then just close your eyes. So give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. Slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to start. Now when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. And when you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just bring your hands down to the floor. And whether your toes are still tucked or not, just shake your feet out for a moment. And then go ahead, bring yourself into an upright seat. Now, ideally, sitting on the shins with the feet underneath you. If you need to, just take a cross-legged seat, whatever serves you best. And sit this up tall. And let's go slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. Inhale, reach up high. Now with the exhale this time, just lean to the right side. Right hand to the floor. Stretch your left arm, right gaze up high. And hold here. Pull your left shoulder back. Press your hips over to the left and just breathe. With the next inhale, bring it to center, arms up high. And then with the exhale, lean left this time. Left hand down, stretch your right arm left, gaze high here. Now stretch this out long, pull the right shoulder back, press your hips over to the right. With your next inhale, sit up straight and reach the arms out wide. And then take an eagle bind this time. Right arm under, left arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. You can always reach to opposite shoulders. Now, however you take this, keep the arms squeezing. And then as best you can, lift the elbows toward the ceiling, gaze up high. And then pull in, elbows toward your belly, round your spine as completely as you can. Lift the elbows up, keep squeezing, look up. And then pull the elbows back in and round down. Elbows up high again, gaze up high. And then round back down like this one more time. And then just bring it back up to center. Now go ahead, release the bind. Reach out wide and let's take it the other way. Left arm under this time, right arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs with your face. And again, just reach through the shoulders if you need to. Now with the arms squeezing, bring the elbows up, gaze up high. And then pull down, elbows toward your belly, round. Lift the elbows up again, gaze up high. And then round back down and in. One more time, lift your elbows, lift your gaze. And then round it back down again. Now go ahead, come up to center, release the bind. And then hands to the floor, bring yourself up into all fours, move around a little bit. And let's take this into some twisting right away. Now keep your hips stacked over your knees, and rather than having your shoulders over your wrists, step the hands forward about one hand's length. And we'll go back and forth here twisting. We'll twist a little bit before we hold on to this. So with your next inhale, reach your right arm up high. Exhale, right arm underneath, bring the shoulder to the floor. Inhale, the right arm up high. And with the exhale, bring the arm down, shoulder all the way down. Inhale, reach your right arm high. And with the exhale, twist one more time. Bring the shoulder to the floor and stay down. Now press the right arm into the floor, stack the left shoulder above the right and look up. If you can go further with your right arm still pressing down, maybe reach up to the left arm and try to pull that shoulder back behind you. Bring the left hand down if it's lifted. And then come back up to the stretched out all fours, and let's take it the other way. So inhale your left arm high this time. Exhale, left arm underneath, bring the shoulder down to the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And with the exhale, twist, bring the shoulder back down. Inhale, the left arm up high. Exhale, one more time, bring the shoulder to the floor and stay down. Now press into the right hand, right shoulder stacks above the left, gaze up high here. If you want to take it further, keep the left arm pressing down, but maybe reach up with the right arm and try to pull that shoulder back. Right hand to the floor, if it's lifted, come back up to all fours. And just bring everything in close. So hips over your knees, shoulders over wrists. And then with your palms down, let's go ahead and take this into the wrist from here. So go ahead and rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. Now spread your fingers wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that grip and just maybe circle the shoulders over your wrists. And this could be good enough. Keep gripping. Now if you can take it further, keep your arms straight. And then tuck the toes of both feet. Hover your knees up off the floor. Keep your belly pulled in. Hold here. And if you can go further, then pulse, bouncing the knees up and down on my count. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. And then again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. And one more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring your knees down. Come up onto the fingertips. And walk the hands in closer, about 2 hands lengths in front of your knees. You can always go closer, but flip your hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms up, point the fingertips in toward you. And spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor, and let this stretch the backs of the hands and move up into the forearms. Now you can just stay here, try to keep your arms straight. You can sway the shoulders side to side. But if you can take it further, come into center. Arms stay straight and the hands stay tense. And I just want you to take this into scapular push-ups. Now keep your belly pulled in, keep your low back rounded best you can. And then sink your chest toward the floor as low as you can go. And then press your spine up toward the ceiling. And just keep moving back and forth like this, down and up. Now, it's not a big movement. It might not feel satisfying. But keep the hands tense like this. You're just moving between the shoulder blades. Belly pulled in, core tense so that you're not really tipping the pelvis here. You're not doing cow and cat, keep in mind. And if you're not that mobile between the shoulders blades, just work to go up and down and loosen this up. And if you're more open with a little bit more movement, maybe a little bit of circling here, let your head come forward and then back. But the primary movement's just up and down, arms are straight, shoulder blades moving around the rib cage, together as you sink down, and then spreading wide as you press back up. And then the next time you lift your spine toward the ceiling, hold that lift. Try to take the wrist stretch further. Curl the fingers in toward your palms as tight as you can go, probably not all the way. And then release it. Come up onto the fingertips. And down to sitting on the heels. Take a moment and shake your hands out. Loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. All right, and then once the hands are ready, bring your legs out from underneath you and come to a seat. And then come all the way down onto your back. So once you're down, pull your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in tight and flatten your spine as best you can here. You can pull the knees wide, maybe rock a little bit side to side. And then go ahead and release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor. Now I want to set this up for a variation of bridge here. So bring the feet together, bring the knees together as well, and bring the heels in close. Your low back's basically flat to begin. Arms at your sides, but bend the elbows so the forearms are vertical. Make your hands into fists. Keep the fists clenched, keep your elbows pressing down, and look up toward the ceiling. Now I want to lift this on one foot at a time. So keep your left foot where it is, but extend your right leg straight forward and reach to the big toe. And just push down so you're hovering your butt up off the floor. We'll go up and down from here. Keep the legs together. Now with an inhale, press your hips up and bring the thighs into line. And then sink back down. Press with your left foot, lift for 2. And then come back down. Press with the left foot, lift for 3. Come back down. Press with your left foot, lift for 4. And then bring it back down. Press with the left foot, lift for 5, and hold here. Now stay lifted and set the right foot down next to left. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up higher. Try to lift your toes and just keep the hips pressing up and keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Now take it the other way. Right foot stays where it is, but extend your left leg forward. Reach to the big toe. Keep your legs squeezing toward each other. Push into the right foot and just hover your butt up off the floor. And go up and down. With an inhale, press up, bring the thighs into line. And then sink back down. And then lift up for 2. Sink back down again. Press with the right foot, lift for 3. Come back down. Press with the right foot, lift for 4. And bring it back down. Press with the right foot, lift for 5 and stay lifted. And then step the left foot next to the right, squeeze your legs together. Dig into your heels, lift the toes up off the floor. And try to lift your hips up higher. Keep the glutes squeezing, keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it all back down. Now, once you're down, bring your knees to your chest. Bring your hands to your knees. Squeeze everything in tight. Lift your head and shoulders, curl up into this. And then cross at the ankles and just roll forward to a seat. Now, once you're up, we're going to set it up for a reverse tabletop variation. And this also might not be all that satisfying here, but just work this as best you can. We're going to bring the elbows down to the floor. Now, keep your feet about hip-width distance apart and bring your forearms all the way down. Now, as you come down, keep the forearms parallel to each other. You might have the palms on the floor. It might be easier just to make your hands into fists. And I want you to work to press your hands into the floor. Slide the elbows back behind your shoulders. You should already feel a stretch moving across your chest. And just push down, hover your butt up off the floor. Let's go up and down from here. So with an inhale, press your hips up high, keep your chin toward your chest, and then sink back down. And then lift this up for 2. Come back down. Press up again for 3. Bring it back down. Lift up for 4. Keep your hands pressing into the floor, and sink back down. Lift up again for 5. Sink back down. Lift this up for 6, and then come back down. Press up for 7. Bring it back down. Lift up for 8, and then come back down. Lift up for 9. Bring it back down. Lift up for 10. Hold here. Now keep your hands pressing down. Dig into your heels. Squeeze your glutes. Maybe lift your toes, but try to draw the heels toward your hands and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way down. Now once you're down, just go ahead and lift yourself up onto your hands. And then cross at the ankles, roll forward, and come into all fours. Go ahead and move around here for a moment. And then let's go ahead and take this into a forearm plank. So bring yourself down onto both forearms. Now you can have the forearms parallel with the palms flat, or press the palms together to keep your elbows shoulder width. Step your feet back, bring your body into line, legs together. Now keep your hands pressing into the floor. And if you want more of a challenge, you can walk the feet further back so the shoulders are behind the elbows, but the elbows are still shoulder width. Keep your hands pressing down, keep your belly pulled in, keep your body in line. Now maybe just stay here. If you can go further, then just lower your hips a little bit toward the floor. And then pull your belly in, come back into line. And then sink your hips down a second time. Lift back up. Sink your hips down a third time, not much movement. Bring it back up. Sink down a 4th time. And then lift back up. Now sink down a 5th time. Bring your body back into line. If you step your feet back, walk this forward so the shoulders stay stacked over the elbows. Keep your hands pressing down. You're still in that forearm plank. And this time we'll move one leg at a time. Now pull the right knee forward toward the right shoulder, close as you can go. And then step the foot back. Bring your left knee forward and step back. Right knee forward for 2. Step it back. Left knee forward and step back. Right knee forward for 3. Step it back. Left knee forward and step back. Right knee for 4. Step it back. Left knee forward and step back. Right knee for 5. Step it back. Left knee forward. Step back, and then bring your knees down and come up to all fours. Give yourself a moment here. Move around. Wiggle out a little bit side to side. And then we'll take it into that lopsided setup that I showed you before. So why don't you come down onto the right forearm and stand your left hand. Right elbow stays to the side. Bring the right hand to center, side forearms diagonal. Slide your left hand back, stack the elbow above the wrist, and keep the elbow pulled in. Now just look down, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring your hips up. Walk the feet in, hips as high as you can go. Now keep that left elbow pulled in, keep the right arm pressing down. And if you want to go further, inhale the left leg high, now keep it lifted. Bend your left knee, scorpion the pose, hang the left foot right, work to stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten your left leg, reach up. And with the exhale, bring the knee down, touch your left arm. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left arm, and keep it there. Now fold the left leg completely, pull the heel in toward your seat, keep looking down. Take it further, use your inner thigh, squeeze the right leg to the left until the legs touch. And then release this, bring your knees down, and come to all fours. Take a couple breaths here. And then of course we got to take it on the other side. So once you're ready, come down to the left forearm. And stand the right hand, left elbow to the side, left hand moves into the center, that forms diagonal. Slide your right hand back, elbow above the wrist, keep it pulled in. Now tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees and bring your hips up. Walk the feet in, hips as high as you can go. Keep the right elbow pulled in. You can always stay here. Now if you're going to take it further, reach the right leg high, keep it lifted. Bend the right knee, scorpion the pose, hang the right foot left, work to stack your hips. With an inhale, reach that right leg up, straighten out. And with the exhale, bring the knee down, touch the right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to arm one more time. Now keep it there and pull that right heel in toward your seat. Now as you're looking down, use in the thigh, squeeze the left leg into the right till the legs touch. And then bring both feet down, come down to your knees. Back up onto your hands, back to all fours. Take a moment here to breathe. Now you can stay here and breathe. Take another stretch if you like. Whenever you're ready, move into your down dog. Go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips. Now as you set up your down dog, just take a look at where things are at. Hands about shoulder width distance. Flatten your palms to feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest low, reach your hips high. And really extend this up so you draw into the belly around the lower ribs. Try to lengthen your spine to keep the hips as high as possible. Now, if your legs are tight, just let the knees bend and let that tension go. And you can always just pedal out and keep moving around here. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round, let everything go long and loose, and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach the opposite elbows. Maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin and then restack your spine. Round this up to standing. Bring your head up last and then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach us up high. With the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway, fingertips to the forward to the shins, lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat, let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrist into the shoulders, palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you, press your spine up toward the ceiling. And then take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control, all the way down to your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. We'll take it up and down through low cobra. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Now elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, look forward. And then lift this up a little bit higher. Now keep that lift, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring the hands down and take it to Sphinx. Slide your hands forward. Forearms parallel, elbows underneath the shoulders. Now press your palms into the floor and grip. And then ground yourself down. So again, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes so the hips are pressing down, and then pull your chest straight forward between the shoulders. Now reach the top of the head toward the ceiling, and concentrate here on lengthening your spine, drawing forward up and out of the pelvis more than bending. If you want to take it further, keep gripping, and maybe lift the elbows a little bit, maybe a lot, but really work to lengthen your spine more than just feeling the bend. And take an inhale. With the exhale, if your elbows are lifted, bring them down. And then slide your hands back, bring your chin back to the mat. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. We're setting this up for upward facing dog. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, straighten your arms. Pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, pull the hips forward to deepen the arc. Lift with the arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in, hips up high, back to down dog. Now pedal out. Let your hips move side to side. And let's take it through the sun salutation. See a steady movement. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift it up halfway. With the exhale, fold this down. Inhale to standing or reach up high. And then exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga's next. High plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pull your belly and hips high to down dog. 2 more times like that. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway left. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to low's next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And then with the exhale, draw back in and lift your hips. 1 more round, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And then exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift here. With the exhale, set the hands, chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull this forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in. Bring your hips up. And just find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Now from your down dog, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. With the exhale, so this time sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, just see the stance isn't too wide, feet within hips with distance. Big toes towards center, knees towards side. And bind it from above. Right hand behind your head, palm faces in. Left palm the other way. Clasp your fingers. And with your left hand, pull the right arm behind your head. Keep looking forward. Press your head back, keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. Now lift your toes up off the floor and then go back and forth. Roll this forward, lift your heels up high. And then set them back down. Forward again, lift your heels. And then set them back down. Bring it forward, heels up high. And then roll back down. Forward again, lift your heels. And set them back down. Now 1 more time forward, heels stay high. Now keep looking forward, keep breathing. And if you want to take it deeper, just hinge from the knees and bring your hips down lower. Just take it to where you can. Keep your torso upright. Now just set the left heel down. When you're ready, bring yourself to standing with your right knee high and just hold. Once you got your balance, take an eagle bind with your legs. Cross the right leg tightly over the left. Now squeeze your legs together, sink down. You can always touch that right foot to the floor. Shoulders back. Maybe bring your gaze up high, but keep breathing here. Now go ahead and release the arm bind. Reach your arms out wide. And let's take the full pose. Right arm under, left arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. You can always reach for the shoulders again. But keep the arms squeezing, elbows up, legs still squeezing. And then pushing your left foot, come to standing with your right knee high. Now switch this out. Set the right foot down. That'll be the base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Arms are still squeezing. We're going to go back and forth from here to a warrior 3. So put just a little bend on the right knee. And then take it slow. Hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg straight back. Bring your lifted body into line. And just take it as low as you're able. And then hinge back up the vertical with that left knee lifted. Again like that. Hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back. Bring everything in line. And then back up the vertical with your left knee high. 1 more time. Hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back. Bring everything lifted into line and hold here. Try to lower the left hip. Keep it level with the right. The hips are still squared. Arms are still squeezing. And then we'll take a warrior one. So slowly put a bend on the right knee, step the left foot down behind you. And just give yourself a moment to adjust. So right knee bent, left leg straight, both feet are flat. Point the left foot to the side a little bit. And step this out wide so you can pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and keep your hips square to the front. Sink your hips down. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward, open up your chest to the right. Inhale to center, reach up again. Exhale, twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale one more time, right arm back, left arm forward, and hold here. Look back over your right shoulder. And then take this into an exalted warrior variation. So the right hand comes to the back of the left thigh. Reach your left arm up and back, look down over your right shoulder, and keep pushing that right hip forward. Keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, turn to center, reach up with both arms. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down around the right foot. Now lift your left heel, slide the left foot back, come into low lunge. And then take it lower, left knee down, left foot flat behind. Now sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, open up. Reach this up and back, gaze up high. And let your hips sink toward the front of that Anjaneyasana here. Now find all that length in the front of the left side from the knee through to the shoulders. Keep your left foot kicking down, just keep looking up and keep breathing. Now as you hold this, take a half bind. Right arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. And then push into the right foot, look forward, back up your hips. And move into a twist. Bring the left arm down past your right thigh. Now pull the right shoulder back, look over the right shoulder. Maybe slide your left arm further down, so work the twist first. And this is good enough. If you can go further, maybe bend that right knee and pull the left hip down and forward. And if you can hold the twist and take it further, you can kick your left foot down and work to hover the left knee up off the floor. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Both hands down around the right foot. Now tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, come into low lunge. And we'll take a dancer's bridge from here. So the left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot steps behind your left leg, sink down. With an inhale, press your hips up high and reach to your right arm. Now you can stack your shoulders like side plank or open your chest more like a back bend. But keep the glutes squeezing, keep the left arm strong, and just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand forward, bring the legs together, come into high plank. And then walk your feet forward, bring your hips up high, find a forward fold. We'll go right from here to crow. So dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, and bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean, keep your hips high. And lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels up close. And when you're ready, bring your feet down, bring your knees down. Let's take that lopsided setup from here. So go ahead, bring the right forearm down to the floor. Right elbow to the side. Bring your right hand to center. So that forearm's diagonal. Left hand slides back, elbow above the wrist. Keep the elbow pulled in. Now just look down, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring your hips up high. Walk the feet in, hips as high as you can go. Now the left knee goes to the left arm. Fold that left heel in close. And then use the inner thigh. Squeeze the right leg into the left. And see about lifting that right foot up as well. When you're ready, go ahead, take it through your Vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, we're going to take all that to the other side. When you're ready, you take an inhale. With exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, sink down into the chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now again, feet within, hips with distance, big toes and knees towards center. Bind it from above with the left hand behind your head, palm facing in. Right palm the other way. Clasp your fingers and use the right hand, pull the left arm behind your head. Press your head back. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. Be sure your gaze stays forward. And then lift your toes. Now go back and forth. Roll forward, heels up high. And then set the heels down. Forward again, lift your heels. And then bring them back down. Forward, heels up high. Set them back down. Bring it forward, lift your heels. And then roll back down. Now one more time forward, keep your heels lifted and keep looking forward. Keep your torso upright. And if you want to go deeper, just hinge from the knees and see about sinking your hips down lower. Now go ahead, set the right heel down. As you're ready, come to standing with your left knee high and just hold. Once you got your balance, move into an eagle bind with your legs. Left leg crosses tightly over the right. Now squeeze your leg here, let the hips sink down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. Keep your gaze forward, maybe even look up. Now go ahead, release your grip, reach your arms out wide. And let's take the full pose on this side. Left arm under this time, right arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs toward your face. You can always reach for the shoulders. Shoulders down, elbows up, arms are squeezing. And then pushing your right foot, come to standing with your left knee high. And set the left foot down, switch this out. The left foot's your base, come to standing with the right knee lifted. Now when you're stable here, put a little bend in your left knee. And then go back and forth. Hinge from left hip. Right leg extends back, bring everything into line and come down as close to parallel as you can. And then take it slow. Hinge from that left hip. Bring yourself up with the right knee lifted. Again, hinge forward, right leg straight back. Bring it down toward parallel to your warrior three. And then back up the vertical with that right knee high. Now one more time, hinge from left hip. Extend the right leg back. Everything lifted in line, and then just hold. Try to lower the right hip so your hips are squared. Keep your arms squeezing, keep breathing. And let's take it to a warrior one. Now just bend the left knee, set the right foot down behind you. And then adjust your stance. Deep in the left knee, straight right leg with the right foot flat, both feet flat actually. Right foot points aside a little bit. Step it out wide so you can pull the right hip forward, left hip back, and keep your hips squared. Now with an inhale, reach up high. And then with the exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward, twist open to the left. Inhale to center, reach up. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, arms high. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Hold your twist and keep that right hip pressing forward. Now move into that exalted warrior. Left hand to the back of the right thigh. Right arm up and back, lean back, look back over your left shoulder. Now keep stretching through the right arm, pushing that right hip forward and keep breathing here. With the next inhale, turn to center, reach both arms up. And with the exhale, bring your hands down around the left foot. Now lift your right heel, slide the right foot back, low lunge. And then take it lower, right knee down, right foot flat behind, sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, open this up. With an inhale, reach up and back, gaze up high, and just sink into this. Let the hips go down and toward the front of the mat. Keep breathing. Now keep your right foot pressing down. Feel all that length through the front of the right side from the knee to the shoulders. And then take a half bind as you hold this. Left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. Now push into the right foot. Stack your hips over the right knee. Push into the left foot rather. And then bring the right arm down past your left thigh. Now work the twist. Pull the left shoulder back. Maybe slide the right arm further down. And if you can take it deeper, bend that left knee. Pull the right hip down and forward. Still twisting. Maybe kick into the right foot and hover that right knee up off the floor. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Both hands down around the left foot. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Lift the right knee, low lunge. Dancer's bridge from here. Right hand's your base. Now roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right leg. Sink down. With an inhale, lift your hips up high. Reach with that left arm. Now again, maybe stack your shoulders. Maybe open your chest toward the ceiling. Keep your glutes squeezing. And stay lifted here. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just sink this back down. Left hand forward. Bring your legs together. Come into high plank. And then walk the feet forward. Hips up high, forward fold. Move right into crow when you're ready. Dig your fingertips down. Bring the heels up and touch your knees to your arms. Now look forward. Keep your hips high. Lift the feet together. Toes to touch. Pull the heels up close. And then bring your feet back down. Go ahead, bring your knees down. Come into all fours. And let's take it on the other side for that lopsided crow. Bring the left forearm down. Elbow to the side. Bring your left hand to the center. Now slide the right hand back. Keep the elbow stacked above the wrist and keep the elbow pulled in. Look down. Tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring the hips up. Walk the feet in. Hips as high as you can go. Now, right knee to right arm, pull that heel in close. Use inner thigh, squeeze the left leg into the right. And see about lifting that left foot up as well. And then take it through another vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around, breathe here. Let's take it into the next sequence. When you're ready, take an inhale. Now, the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, sink down into the chair. Put the weight heels, bend the knees, and bring your hips down low. Now, once you settle in, let's bind it low. Left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. At the right side, bring the palms together. Interlace your fingers. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And then lift your toes up off the floor. Now, roll it forward. Lift your heels high. And then bring the heels back down. Forward again. Lift your heels. Woo. And then set them back down. Forward, heels up high. Bring them back down. Forward, lift your heels. And then set them back down. One more time forward, heels stay high. Now keep your gaze forward, keep your shoulders pulled back. And if you want to take it deeper, hinge from the hips. And see about bringing your belly toward your thighs. Keep looking forward. Now go ahead, set the left heel down. Bring yourself to standing with your right knee lifted. And take a moment to breathe here. Once you're stable, go ahead, line the right knee up with the left and release your right hand. Left arm still bound. Reach back with the right hand. We'll take a dancer variation. Now find the inside edge of the right foot. Once you have that grip, line up your knees. Now you can release the left arm if you like, but try to keep it where it is. Now if you want to just stay here, this is fine. Keep your knees in line. If you can go further, kick into the right hand and then hinge from the left hip and lean forward against the tension of the kick. You can put a little bend in the left knee, but pull the right shoulder forward, draw the left shoulder back, and just take this as low as you can control. All right, slowly from here, just bring yourself all the way back upright. Now, right knee lifted, hands together at the right side. Again, interlace your fingers. And switch your stance. Bring the right foot down, come to standing with your left knee high. Now, once you balance here, again, back and forth to the warrior three. So, a little bend in the right knee. Hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg straight back. Keep your body in line. And come down toward parallel. And then take it slow, back up the vertical with your left knee lifted. Again, like that, hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back, bring your body into line. And then come back up the vertical with your left knee high. One more time. Hinge from the right hip. Extend the left leg back and hold here. Now keep your left arm bound. We're going to take this toward a variation of half moon. Now go slow. Put a bend in the right knee. Release your right hand and reach down to the floor. Now from here, just lift your left shoulder, lift your left hips, try to stack and open up to the left side. You can keep the right knee bent, and that's fine. Maybe straighten that right leg if you can. And take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly to warrior two. Bend the right knee, set the left foot down behind you. Just take a moment to adjust. Everything's open to the left side. So deep into the right knee, straight left leg. One line from the front heel to the back arch. You can always slide that right foot further forward and sink down further. The left arm's bound. Keep that shoulder pulled back. Reach your right arm forward, palm open toward the ceiling. And then go back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back. Gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward. Keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, extend forward one more time. Stay forward. Now you can rest the right arm on the right leg. That's good enough. Or bring the right hand to the floor inside the right leg. And if you want to take it deeper, you can reach underneath and find the full bind. Find that grip behind you. But tuck the right hip under the left. Stack the left shoulder above the right. And look up toward the ceiling, whatever variation you're in. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just go ahead, bring yourself upright, hands to your hips. Now, still open to the left side, take it as a straddle stance. Heels in, toes out, both legs straight. You can bring the feet out wider or maybe come in more narrow, whatever your hips allow. Now, bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back and keep your chest open. And then from here to a halfway fold, take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest. Look forward, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way upright. And then exhale again, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. And with the exhale, just hinge forward toward halfway one more time and hold here. And this is good enough. Now, if you want to come down deeper, you can relax and round your spine, hang your head low. Maybe press your knuckles toward the center, stretch out your shoulders and chest. And you can always move side to side. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings, maybe the inner thighs. Just take it to where you like. All right, when you're ready from here, take an inhale, lift up all the way. Still in that straddle, release your grip and reach your arms forward. Now the arms are reaching as a counterbalance, and we're going to go deep one side to the next to a side lunge, so go slow. Now keep your left foot flat, but bend your left knee. Sink down as low as you can, right leg straight with the toes pointed up to the ceiling. And then come back up the center with both legs straight. Now bring it down to the right side, bend the knee, keep that foot flat, point the toes of the left foot up, and then come back up the center. Deep bend the left knee, sink down to your left side, try to take it low as you can go. And then back up the center here. Deep under the right knee, take it low to the right. And then come back up to center. Deep under the left knee, come down low to this side one more time. Back up the center here. Deep under the right knee, we're going to settle in on the right side. Right knee bent, right foot flat. You can always bring your hands down or just reach forward. Left leg straight, toes pointed up. Come as low as you can inside the right thigh. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down inside the right leg. Make a quarter turn to the right, to the front of the mat, low lunge. Then from here to your dancer's bridge, left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot steps behind your left leg, sink down. Now with an inhale, press your hips up and reach to the right arm. Stay lifted, keep your glutes squeezing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come straight down. Right hand forward, legs together, high plank. And then walk the feet forward, hips high, come into your forward fold. Take it right crow. Dig your fingertips down, heels up, knees touch your arms. Look forward, lean, take it slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, bring the heels up close. And then set your feet down, bring your knees down, come into all fours. Back to the lopsided crow, right forearm down again. So bring the elbow to the side, right hand moves into center. Slide the left hand back, stack the elbow above the wrist and keep it pulled in. Look down, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring your hips up. Walk the feet in, hips as high as you can go. Left knee to left arm, fold that heel in close. Use inner thigh, squeeze the right leg into the left. And see about picking up that right foot as well. And then take it through another vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, let's even all that out. When you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, arms reach high. With the exhale, sink into a chair one more time. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down. Now, once you settle in, take that half bind. Right arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. At the left side, bring the palms together. Interlace your fingers. Keep your shoulders back, keep your chest open. And then lift your toes. Roll this forward, lift your heels high. And then bring them back down. Forward again, lift your heels, and then set them back down. Forward, heels up high, and then roll back down. Bring it forward, lift your heels, and then set them down. Now, one more time forward, keep your heels high, keep looking forward, keep the shoulders pulled back. And if you want to go deeper, hinge from the hips. See about bringing your belly down closer to your thighs. Now just set the right heel down. When you're ready, come up to standing with your left knee high. And just find your balance. When you're ready, line the left knee up the right, and let's take that dance variation. Release your left hand, right arm still bound. Reach back with the left hand, find the inside edge of the foot. Now just line up the knees and maybe stay here. If you're going to go further, kick into the left hand, and then start to hinge from the right hip and lean against the tension of the kick. Now pull the left shoulder forward, draw the right shoulder back, try to keep looking forward. And you don't have to force it. Keep your balance. Just take it to where you can. All right, slowly bring yourself back upright. Left knee lifted, hands together at your left side. And switch feet. Set the left foot down, come to standing with your right knee high. Now dig your left big toe into the floor. And then back and forth from here to that warrior three. Put a little bend in the left knee. Now hinge from the left hip, extend your right leg straight back. Everything lifted comes into line. Bring it down toward parallel. Take it slow. Hinge back up the vertical with your right knee lifted. Again, hinge from the left hip. Extend your right leg back. Take it down close as you can go to parallel. And then bring it back upright with the right knee high. One more time, hinge from the left hip. Extend the right leg back, everything lifted in line. Take it to where you can. Just hold here. And then we'll move into that half moon variation. Now put a bend in your left knee and release your left hand. Reach the left hand to the floor. Open up, lift your right shoulder, lift the right hip, look to the right. Now you can do this with the left knee bent, and that's fine. Try to stack everything open to the right side. Maybe straighten that left leg. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the left knee, set the right foot down behind you, come into your warrior two. Now again, deep bend the left knee, straight right leg. One line from the front heel to the back arch. Maybe lengthen this out, but sink your hips down. Right arm bound, shoulder pulled back, left arm forward, the palm open toward the ceiling. Now inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverses. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Now exhale, extend forward one more time, stay forward. You can rest the left arm on your left leg, or bring the left hand to the floor inside the leg, or go deeper and take the full bind. You can reach underneath and find that grip behind you. Wherever you take this to, try to tuck the left hip onto the right, pull the right shoulder back, and look up toward the ceiling. With your next inhale, bring yourself upright, hands to your hips. And just take the straddle stance. Heels in, toes out, both legs straight. Now once you're ready with that stance, bring the hands to your low back. Find the grip that feels strange. Interlace your fingers. Pull the palms toward each other. Keep your shoulders drawn back. Keep your chest open. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring yourself all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. And with the exhale, hinge halfway down one more time. Now maybe stay here. If you want to fold deeper, you can round your spine, relax your head, maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling. You can move side to side, just feel things out. Now with your next inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way back up, right? And then release your grip and reach your arms straight forward. And again, we'll go for that deep side lunge. Arms reaching as a counterbalance. Now bend deep into the right knee. Try to keep that foot flat. Come down low to the right side. Point the toes of the left foot up. And then bring it back up to center. Deep bend your left knee. Sink low to this side. Straighten the right leg. Point the toes up. Back up to center here. Deep into the right knee. Take it down low. And then come back up to center. Bend into your left knee. Come low to this side. And then bring it back up again. Bend the right knee, sink low here one more time. And then back up to center. Deep into your left knee will settle in. So come down as low as you can inside the left thigh. Right heel on the floor, toes pointed up. You can set your hands down. But just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the hands down inside your left leg. Now go ahead and make a quarter turn to the left. Low lunge toward the front of the mat. Right heel lifted behind. India dancer's bridge. Right hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right leg. Sink down. With an inhale, lift your hips up high. Reach your left arm. Keep your hips lifting. Glutes squeezing. Let your head fall back. And just stay lifted. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sink straight down. Left hand forward, legs together, high plank. Walk your feet forward, hips up high, forward, fold. And then move into crow when you're ready. Dig your fingertips down, bring the heels up, knees touch your arm, keep your hips high. Lean forward, take it slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, bring the heels up close. And then set your feet down, bring your knees down. One more time for that lopsided crow. Left forearm down, elbow to the side, bring the hand into center. Slide the right hand back, keep the elbow above the wrist and keep it pulled in. Look down, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees and bring the hips up. Walk the feet in, hips as high as you can go. Right knee to the right arm, fold that heel in close. Use inner thigh, squeeze the legs together till they touch. And then maybe pick up that left foot. When you're ready, take it through one more vinyasa. All right, from down dog, let's take half pigeon. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you. And square the hips, pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Now just sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. You can stay upright, maybe go deeper toward the back bend. If you want to melt down, you can come down to the elbows, you can take it down all the way. Just take it to where you need to. All right, now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. We're going to take another pose. Pull your belly in, but drag your left knee forward. Now we're going to take this into a version of camel. This is with a figure 4. Now just feel this out. So the left knee is on the floor. Bring the right ankle past your left thigh. I'm going to recommend you tuck the toes of your right foot and just keep that right knee pressed out to the side. Now if this isn't going to work for whatever reason, just do a regular camel. So on both knees with the shins parallel. Wherever you take this to, bring yourself upright, hands to your hips. And then press the feet down behind you, squeeze your glutes and press your hips forward. Be sure your hips are squared. Press that right hip forward so it's in line with the left. If this is enough, just stay here. Now if you're going to go further, hands to heart center, walk your gaze up the wall in front of you and find the point of the ceiling that's above. And just release your shoulders down and keep your hips pressing forward. Good enough. If you're going to go further, maybe drop your head back and look toward the wall behind. Now keep your hips pressing forward. You can go even further, reaching the arms straight back. All right, reel it back in, hands to heart center. Walk your gaze along the ceiling to the wall in front. And then go bring your hands down, come into all fours. And loosen up. When you're ready, tuck your toes. Lift your knees, hips up, back to down dog. And then when you're ready, take it into half pigeon on this side. With an inhale, raise the left leg high. And with the exhale, bring that left knee forward behind the left. First left ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. And sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now again, you can stay upright, go deeper toward the back bend. You can melt it down as far as you want to go. Just take it to where you need to. All right, again from here, if your hands are forward, bring them in close. And then pull the right knee forward, pull your belly in. Now we're going to take that camel variation again, so see about the figure 4. Right knee down. Bring the left ankle past the right thigh. I'm going to recommend you tuck the toes of your left foot and just keep that knee pressed out to the side. And again, you can just do this with both shins parallel and take your regular camel on the knees. But bring yourself upright, hands to your hips. Squeeze your glutes. Try to keep your hips squared to the front. If you're going to go further, hands to heart center. Walk your gaze up the wall. Find the point above you and just check in. Release your shoulders to the floor. Keep your hips pressing forward. If you're going to go further, you can drop your head back and look for the wall behind. Maybe reach back, but still keep the hips pressing forward. Keep the front of the body long and open. And then again, reel it back in, hands to heart center. Bring your gaze along the ceiling to the wall in front. And then everything comes down, bring it into all fours. Legs out from underneath you. As you're ready, come down onto your back. And then draw your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in tight. We'll take it into a supine twist. When you're ready, just extend your left leg fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm out to your side. Now pull your right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath, keep both shoulders down, and look over to the right. Now find the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press with your left hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg. And if you want the bind with both legs, you can bend your left knee, reach with the right hand. If you find that grip, kick into your hand, and just keep your shoulders grounded however far you take the twist. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this and bring everything back into center. Draw both knees in. Take it the other way. Extend the right leg straight. Right hand to your left knee, left arm to the side. Pull the left knee across your body. Tuck your right hip underneath. Keep both shoulders down. Look over to the left. And then find the stretch out of the left hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press with the right hand. Maybe extend your left leg. If you want the other bind, you can bend the right knee, reach with your left hand. If you find that grip, be sure to kick into your hand. And again, just keep your shoulders down as you're twisting. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Draw both knees in side by side. And let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down. Then draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs and press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working up and down. Flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone toward the floor. And if you can take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are here, take a deep inhale, draw down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here. Let your body settle down into the mat. And then just start to move here bit by bit, fingers and toes. Arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull everything in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to the top. And just let it all go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.